Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday and welcome back. Today we are not doing the weekly home fragrance roundup. I don't know what I'm going to call today's video. I'm going to have to give it some thought. But this is going to be mostly a little bit of a story time video. I do have some things to show you and to reference here in terms of candles, but there is a backstory to this little journey here, how I got back around to giving this company another chance. And I think that it matters because my experience with them in the past was not super great. Not with their customer service. Their customer service has always been great. Like, that's been fine. But my problems have been with the products themselves. Sorry, the lighting's funky today. I cannot turn this ring light up more because I'm wearing this like tie-dye pink hoodie here. And when I have the lights up like higher, it makes it look like I have pink eye. I don't have pink eye. But anyway, also it's nice to not have something bright in my face for once. But I have not had the best luck with this company in the past with their candles. And in fact, the last thing that I ordered from them, I contacted their customer service and just asked if I could return everything because it was just so just not what I was expecting when I received it. But we'll kind of get into all that. So we are talking about Kringle candle. If you have been with me for a long time, you know that I gave Kringle candle a try back in, I think it was like 2015, 2016. Gosh, it could have potentially been even just a little bit earlier. I went back and watched my first Kringle candle haul video, which, by the way, I had just gotten a haircut to cut off like the rest of my blonde hair that had like grown out. And my haircut totally ended up looking like Justin Bieber. Oh God, it was awful. Anyway, so I watched that video back just to kind of remind myself just about the initial haul. So let's kind of start at the beginning. So I first heard about Kringle candle from Norma over at the Facebook Candle Dancer group. I'm sure a lot of you guys are in Norma's group. It's fantastic. If you're not, you should. All kinds of candle brands are discussed there, and everybody is just really helpful and sweet, and it's just a great community. Norma does such a good job, and her moderators do a really good job. So, but the first time that I heard about Kringle was there. So Mick, the owner and CEO of Kringle, who is the son of the founder, actually, of Yankee Candle, came into the group and offered it was a 40% off code to purchase from their website. And I had never purchased anything from Kringle before, and I'd started hearing some things about it in the group, and I was like, oh, 40% off? First off, that was super generous. And so I was like, okay, I'll bite. So I ordered several candles. I think I ordered maybe like 6, 7, somewhere around there. They were all their classic kind of large jars like this. And then I also got a few of like their wax melts in some different scents just to be able to experience different smells. Now, in my original haul video, there were some of the scents that I was like, this is not what I was expecting, or not my favorite. But there were also a couple that I was like, oh my gosh, this smells really good. So for the most part, I liked the smells, the scents, if you will. But then I started burning the candles, and they really were not great for me. This was back when their formulation was, they were using paraffin, I believe. And my experience with the candles was that they were very sooty, that they really didn't have great strength and throw. But what I loved was that they had beautiful labels. The jars, a beautiful jar. Like, where's the lid to this one? I have no idea. It's probably downstairs because I've been burning it. So they come with a beautiful lid. The aesthetic of the jars, I thought, was just absolutely beautiful. The labels, even down to like the font, I thought was just very well done. But the actual candles themselves, they didn't have the strength and throw that I was looking for. And this was back when we were living in our old house, which was significantly smaller than this house. The ceilings weren't nearly as high, totally different home, not open concept like this house is here. And so it just, I was disappointed. Luckily, you know, I didn't pay full price for them. I got them for 40% off. So that's fine. You know, like sometimes that will happen. Not every company is going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. So I just thought, meh, Kringle candle isn't for me. Fast forward to last year, and I saw that they had their country candle wax melts. So I placed an order for a ton of wax melts because they had like free shipping at like $100 or something, or maybe it was like 75. I can't remember, but I bought a lot of wax melts and I got them and I did a haul video. And by the way, all of these old Kringle videos are going to stay up on my channel because they were my experience at the time. I'm not taking those videos down. That's not going to happen. But the wax melts were so light. And the wax was really hard. And when I was like sticking my nose into the vast majority of the wax melts, I couldn't even smell them. I was so disappointed. And so I did something that I don't normally do, which was I contacted the company and I said, hey, I bought these wax melts. And unfortunately, I feel like maybe something went wrong here. Like I really can't smell these and I'm kind of bummed because I bought a lot of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Can I send these back to you? I'm happy to eat like the return shipping or whatever. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this box of wax melts. And they're not great. Now, customer service was wonderful. They were like, no problem, send them back. And they even offered to pay the return shipping, which was great. And I did not tell them who I was. I did not say like I have a YouTube channel or anything like that. But I do think that they maybe figured out that I have a YouTube channel, and I got another email from the customer service representative, and she was like, we're really sorry about this. You know, we definitely want to like examine these when we get them back. And for the inconvenience and just to say sorry, we'd like to send you some candles. And I was like, no, don't do that. I actually responded to her and I said, don't worry about it. I've tried the candles in the past and I really didn't have very good luck with them. So don't worry about it. What happens? They send the candles anyway. You never saw any of those candles on my channel because I opened up the box and they basically looked like the same thing that I had before. And I was like, I don't want to waste my time with this. These candles just are not for me. And so I gifted every single one of those candles out to my sister-in-law, to my girlfriends, to whoever wanted a candle. Everybody was like, woo! I was like Oprah. Everybody gets a candle, right? So I gifted all those candles out and I sent them a note saying, thank you so much, but please don't send any more, you know? So I just kind of left it at that. Now, for the last probably like, I think it's been about 5 months or so, my friend Brett over at Philly Candleman has been working on me to give Kringle another try. Brett is one of their brand ambassadors, and so he's been trying a lot of their candles, and I trust Brett implicitly. He is always super honest, super straightforward, forthcoming. If something is not great, he will be honest about that. And he's always very constructive with his criticism. And I think that's why I have a connection with Brett. It's like we both kind of have the same feelings. Like, you know, sometimes things suck and that's okay. That's fine. Not everybody is I guess I should say, not every company is going to do everything perfectly. There are going to be mistakes along the way. There are going to be flops. What I think matters is how you deal with those mistakes or flops. And we're going to get to that here in a second. So anyway, Brett was like, dude, you have to give them another try. I am telling you, the new formulation is different. These are not the same Kringle candles. And I was like, okay, I'll get around to that, Brett. Like, I just was kind of like, it's not for me, and that's okay. So he kept being like, you should check him out. So Brett sends me another message, and he's like, hey, just so you know, I'm doing this interview with Mick Kittredge, the owner, CEO of Kringle Candle, coming up here soon. I really think you should watch it. I think it's going to be super informative. I think you're really going to like it. And I said, okay, I'll watch it. I watch Brett's videos anyway, and I'm happy to support him in whatever he does. So he does the interview, and I put it in my playlist, and Brett kept asking me, he was like, have you watched the video yet? And I was like, I'm getting to it, I promise. So I told him one day, I was like, look, I'm gonna work out this afternoon. I have it on my playlist, and I'm gonna watch it while I'm working out. And Brett was like, great, so I'm background noise for your workout. And I was like, honestly, this is probably for the better, because I will literally not be able to do anything else. I'm gonna be on the adaptive motion trainer. All I can do is watch this video and listen. This is really to your benefit. So that's what I did. I got on my adaptive motion trainer out in the garage, and I was working out, and I turned on the video that I'm going to be linking in the description box down below. You really have to go watch this video if you have not seen it. Some of you have probably already seen it. It is such an informative video. If you don't know much about the science behind creating candles, you should go watch it. There is so much that I thought I knew about candles, but I learned so much from this video, from this interview that Brett did with Mick, and it was super, super informative. Like, things, I learned about wicks, I learned about what a pain in the butt white wax is, I learned about fragrance oils and the different concentrations, and how you can very easily mess a candle up, how many times a candle has to be tested and tweaked and tested and tweaked again, and then that cycle can go on for like multiple times until you get a candle right. And what's great about Kringle, in a way, I guess, is they have their own factory. They make all their own candles in their factory, their specifications, their wicks, all the things that they order in, they actually use those, core ingredients to create their candles. They're not paying for another factory to do it. They're doing it in-house. But here's the thing that I really took away from this video, and this is what made me change my mind about giving Kringle another chance. The way that Mick came across in that video was really quite fantastic. From like a PR kind of standpoint, I feel like, in a way. But he was genuine. Like, this was very genuine. He shared that there have been things that Kringle has done in the past that have not been great. He shared that there have been mistakes, that there have been candles that they have put out that they really weren't maybe necessarily super pleased with, but, out it went anyway. There were times where the wicks that they chose, they were the wrong wicks. There was times where the formula was just not the right formula for the candle jar. They had the inappropriate number of wicks in certain jars. And really what stood out to me the most about this video overall was the fact that Mick showed some humility, that he, did I just hear my phone? I don't even know where my phone is. I think it's in my bedroom. He admitted that there were mistakes made in the past, that there were things that could have been improved upon, and he is committed to changing things and making things better. And you guys, if there is one thing that really appeals to me just in other people, in companies, in anything in life, it is that if you have some humility and if you have the integrity to be able to say, I'm sorry, or I messed up, or I should have done this differently, it just goes such a long way with me. I really, and I don't think that Kringle was I don't think it was ever a crap product to begin with. I would never say that. I am not one to bash anything. Like, unless you start coming for me, like, I don't believe in being that way. Like, I will never, I'm not the person to like trash a product or a company. Like, I always try to be constructive with my feedback, because I think it's important for all companies to get honest feedback about their products. Like, this is how you improve. This is how you realize, like, oh, like I said, every company has a flop. Skincare companies have flops. Car companies have flops. I'm sure architectural design firms have flops, a la the Millennium Tower in San Francisco, right? That thing is sinking into the ground. Like, stuff happens. It's how you respond to it. It's how you move forward that matters to me. And the integrity of a company, I feel like, is almost more important to me than sometimes anything else, because I have to be able to trust that you are doing things to create a product that is worth paying for. Like, if you're going to spend your money on something, it should be worthwhile. It should be something that is of good quality, of good value, of something that is worth your time, right? Like, money is hard to come by. And also time and effort is hard to come by. Like, if you put all of this money and time into like these candles and they just are not great, like, what's the point, right? It just gets to be kind of a pain in the butt at the end. Like with a lot of my Bath & Body Works candles. But, here I am still buying Bath & Body Works. But anyway, so I really want you guys to go watch Brett's video. I didn't tell him that I was going to be like putting the link in or anything. Like, this is not to like sell Brett to you or anything, but but Brett's great. Don't get me wrong. I love Brett. I didn't mean that to come across that way. Brett's fantastic. Obviously, I love him, but go watch this video. And not only are you going to like learn a lot just about the science behind actually creating candles. Like, it's not easy. Like, you can't just put a wick into a jar, like glue it into the bottom of a jar and be like, ta-da, burn it. Like, there are safety issues. There are safety concerns. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. We are dealing with fire. You do not want to be responsible for burning someone's house down. That would look very poorly upon your company. So there's just a lot of thought that has to go into it, right? So after watching the video, I left a comment for Brett saying, thank you for this. This was super informative. I learned a lot. And Mick sent a comment back to me saying, we would really love for you to give our candles another chance. Can we send you some candles, basically? So I kind of had to sit on that for a few days, because I thought, I don't know, like, I wasn't sure. So I thought the best thing to do was to like actually have a conversation with Mick. And so I contacted him on Instagram and I was like, hey, I'm sure you've seen my reviews in the past. They weren't great, right? Like, I did not have a great experience with your product in the past. I found the candles to be sooty. They just weren't up to par for strength and throw for the amount of money that they were at the time. Now, granted, again, mine were 40% off, so I was okay with eating the cost of those, but also at the same time, it's money. I don't want to be like blowing money on things that aren't great. And I don't want to recommend things to you guys that I don't think are great. So, I kind of went back and forth with him, and he was like, nope, totally get it. Like, I'm glad that you were honest, because it's feedback like that helps us get better. And, hearing that, I thought, okay, yeah, like, this guy really does have a genuine interest in making sure that his company succeeds and that he makes it the best that it can be. And I just want to tell you guys right now, Mick did send me a sample of a few of their candles from the different lines. I want you to know right now, I did not agree to do this for free stuff. I can afford to buy the things that I want. Had he not offered to send me some stuff, I would have just bought it. In fact, I was in talks with Brett about recommendations for the best things to before I even got a hold of Mick, that Brett thought I might like, or that I might enjoy, or the formula that would be best suited to performing well in my house. So this is not to get free stuff, you guys. I get offers to have companies send me stuff every single day. And that, I'm not saying that to brag. If you start a YouTube channel and you start to get a little bit of traction, there are companies that will contact you all the time to send you stuff, and you cannot accept every single thing. I can tell you that right now. My house would be filled to the brim with crap if I did that, and I am not that person. I don't do YouTube to get free stuff. The vast majority of things that you see here on my channel are usually purchased by me. Yes, I get PR from time to time because I kind of selectively choose what I'm interested in, but it is not for free stuff. If I want something, you guys, you have seen me blow money on a lot of things. I spend money. Come do my taxes with me for YouTube at the end of each year. It makes my husband cringe. This is not for free stuff. In fact, I was actually contacted by another candle company that a lot of you I know still really like, that you still shop at, and you ask me frequently, can you review candles from this company? And I politely decline. This particular company, I do not agree with some of their business ethics. I do not agree with, there's just a lot of things that I don't agree with this particular company. And when they reached out and said, hey, we want to collaborate with you, which means we would like to send you things, I immediately said, absolutely not. No. And I responded and I told them why. I wasn't mean, I wasn't rude, I wasn't obnoxious about it. I am just not that way. Like, you have to be professional, right? Like I own my own business. Like you have to be professional. So I just kind of shared with them the reasons that I would not be interested in working with them. And part of me was really kind of hoping, or maybe I was hoping that they would respond back and say, you know what, these things that you've heard, like, we have changed our ways. We don't do those things. You know, give us another chance or whatever. They did not even respond. And that to me, this is where we get back to integrity. It just, no, they did not respond. They did not even bother to say, oh, okay, we're sorry, or we don't do that. Nothing. Silence. Silence. Integrity. Just not there for me. So no, I will not accept anything from that company. But Mick did send me some stuff. It was very generous, and I am going to be reviewing these Kringle candles for you guys. I did tell Mick, I was like, I'm gonna be honest, and he requested that the reviews are honest. So the reviews will be honest. If there are things that I think can still be improved upon, that will be shared. I will be constructive with my feedback. I am certainly hopeful that I have a much better experience this time around. I did bring some candles in that I have started burning already. And I can tell you, this is just initial first impressions. I want to get to the halfway point before I review any Kringle candle. Just first impressions, it's a completely different formula. It is vastly improved from what I had the first time around in terms of the candles. And you guys, the wax melts, I can smell them. He sent me some of his wax melts. This one in particular, the apple cider cake, I had in my order from them. I could barely smell it. This is powerful. And this is a beautiful scent, you guys. This apple cider cake of theirs, I'm gonna order the candle, because this is such a beautiful, you know what this kind of reminds me of? The Yankee Candle Tarte Tatin candle scent fragrance. Did you guys ever? That was a European exclusive, but I found it at my Yankee Candle outlet and it was heavenly. This kind of reminds me of that. This is a little bit warmer, maybe even a little bit richer. The Tarte Tatin is a little bit more focused on like the juicy apple portion. This is more of like the apple cake part, it's like more cakey. It's to die for. Have you ever tried this candle? How is the candle? Oh, I can smell all the wax melts. So I do think that these were reformulated as well. So I have a sampling of the wax melts. I have a sampling of their, he sent some daylights just to be able to try some of the different fragrances. So I'll give these a whirl. A lot of you guys really like these daylights from them because they are a great way to try a scent. And this one here, what is this? This is blueberry lemonade. Oh man, this would be really nice for the summertime. And this is from the Country Candle line. That is good. What else is in here? Oh, you guys, I had to show you this one. Dude, they have a dupe for Victoria's Secret Love Spell. Who wore Love Spell to the club back in the early 2000s? I did. I met my husband at a club. Well, it was a bar. I might have been wearing this the night he met me. I should ask him if he remembers. I have doused myself in perfume and body spray my entire life, and it's one of my like pride points. I always smell like $1,000,000. And so, in fact, the night that I met him, I think this is where I actually originally got the phrase from, is when we first started talking, is he just like stopped in the middle of a sentence and he said, "You smell like $1,000,000. And from that day forward, I thought, okay, I like this guy. He notices the smell. So anyway, it smells just like Love Spell. So if you're in the market, here you go. But let me show you the 3 candles that I've started burning already, just so I can give you a just a sense of what the differences are that I've noticed so far. And I know this video is long, just bear with me. There's a reason. So I've been testing out the Blueberry Muffin. I knew it. Gosh, it's already been 26 minutes, over 26 minutes. I'll wind it down. So I've been burning the Blueberry Muffin. This is the classic Kringle candle jar. Still gorgeous label. Still I love the font. Like, I think his marketing is great. I think the marketing is great, actually. So this is their new formula. It's a soy formula, and it is different. First off, it's a soft wax. Second off, this is a strong candle. The strength and throw of this in my downstairs fancy lady living room is right now, and I'm not even at the halfway point. I'm not gonna like formally review it until the halfway point, but the strength of this is a solid 8. It's a 2 wick. Now, these wicks are really fascinating to me because I have not trimmed them. Not from the first burn until this burn have I trimmed these wicks at all. Look at this wax. It's still white. There is not even, and it gets a wax pool like this deep, you guys. This is the wax pool when I'm burning it. It is still that beautiful creamy ivory. There is no discoloration. There is no soot. There is no soot at all, which is not the case with their old paraffin formula that they had in these. These wicks are gorgeous. They're like they look like a flat braided wick. The wax is like, when you touch it, it's soft. It's not like you can dig your fingers into it soft, but it's like a creamy feeling. This fragrance, by the way, is heavenly. This is a complete 180 from my first candle experience with them. Vastly different. He also sent me a few of their 3-wick format here. So this is Cozy Cabin. I have also not trimmed these wicks once. Now with this one, I do see a small amount of discoloration on the wax right there, and an ever so slight difference in the wax right here. Can you guys see that? But overall, first off, this smells, I don't know that Mick loves comparisons to Bath & Body Works scents, but this smells like a marshmallow fireside type fragrance, but it's heavier on those smoky ember type notes, a little lighter on the marshmallow, so this isn't quite as sweet. But the strength and throw of this is actually better than my Bath & Body Works Marshmallow Fireside that I have going downstairs right now from 2018. This has better strength and throw than that one does. So far with this, I'm having good luck with these 3 wicks as well. But I have to tell you, the one that I am almost most impressed by is their Country Candle, because this is paraffin wax. And this is what I had terrible luck with from Kringle before, is their paraffin formula. So this is that harder wax. I would say in terms of consistency, it's very similar to the Yankee Candle wax, which once again would make sense. I have been burning this for what seems like forever. I've been burning this longer than the other two. This was the very first one I lit up. These are the slowest burning candles. You will have this candle for the rest of your life. I don't know when I'm gonna get to the halfway point here. Very slow burning, but it's paraffin. Paraffin burns a lot slower. So if you're looking for like the biggest bang for your buck, I would say look into the Country Candle line from Kringle Candle. Again, blueberry French toast. This fragrance, oh, it's so good. It smells like blueberry French toast. There are no other scents or like smells in this other than blueberry French toast. This is so strong, you guys. There is, look, I'm rubbing my finger in sort of like the tiniest little bit of darkness on my finger there. But I have not done anything to this candle since I lit it. I think I've burned this. I think I've had 6 burns with this, and each have been at least 4 or 5 hours. It's a paraffin candle, so I'm open to burning it a little bit longer. These I've only had lit for about 3 hours each time, because that's typically my candle rule. No more than like 3 hours, then I blow them out, because that's how I find that I avoid the sooting issue the most. I'm really impressed with this so far. I can't wait to review this for you. I don't know when I'm going to be able to, because it just it's lasting forever. I have like barely made a dent in this, and these come full, by the way. This is how full they are when you get them. So here's, what is this one? Orange, cranberry orange. They're so strong. I had never tried these before, so I had no experience with these. I did not know what to expect. Anyway, moral of the story is, you guys, I'm gonna burn these candles. I'm gonna review them for you guys. I'm going to be honest in my thoughts. I wanna say thanks to Mick for like sending these out and giving me the opportunity to try them again and to let you guys know what my thoughts are. So anyway, I felt like this deserved an explanation, because in the past you have not seen me reviewing these candles, not for a long time, and there was a reason for it. I didn't love them in the past. So we'll see how this goes, but so far, my experience so far has been vastly improved. Anyway, that's what you have coming from me, and you know, still continuing to review my usual favorite brands as well. So those are not going in. Homeworks is not going anywhere. Bath & Body Works is not going anywhere. Nest is not going anywhere. Like, these would just be another option for me to tell you guys about, right? Okay, I'll put links in the description box if you want to go check out Kringle Candle. You know, just go read up about the history of the company. They have a really informative website. So open that description box. I'll put links down there. Let me know if you guys have any questions. But I'm excited. I'm very hopeful. I certainly hope that these hold up the way that they have been so far for the remainder of the candle, and that it's consistent. Okay, my camera is gonna kill me. I just hope I don't want these to be just like a one-off. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Please subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo!